Welcome over to Automotive World, everyone. I'm your host, Vinny Mystery, and we're back. And this is huge because, let's be honest, Nissan they haven't been doing so well. And Nissan is just like, some of it is because of mismanagement, and some of it is just like because, you know, they caused it to themselves. They really, really did. And, they caused it to themselves. But we know Nissan has new management. We know their CEO is a bit of a car guy. And this, when the Xterra left, it was really weird because it was like off-road vehicles were kind of coming back and things. Like the Xterra left at the wrong time. And the fact that there's no FJ Cruiser still around, like the Xterra could be eating up so much market share. Like if the Xterra was still around and if Nissan was making a compact pickup truck, something that even Toyota isn't doing, like look at the Maverick and the Santa Cruz, they're killing it. This is something, this vehicle, it left at the wrong time. It would have helped out Nissan so much. But we've got news because at the New York Auto Show, and look, this has been something we've been hearing for a while, so this isn't necessarily like new. This has been talked about. But Nissan executives shared their intention for a new Xterra with a gas engine and all. So let's look at this article from Motor One here. It's from Chris Perkins. We're obviously going to have it linked down below. Nissan did a few weeks ago, they did confirm, from when the management was shaken up, that they are going to bring an Xterra-inspired EV into production. Now, we know that. That was pretty given. But what wasn't given was that they are closely looking on it. They're closely on it, they say. Nissan's USA head of product planning, in an interview with Motor One at the New York Auto Show, referenced that they're open to they're being pro Xterra. They're open to a gasoline, an internal combustion Xterra making a return. And, they talk about it here. Look, Nissan's head of sales shares the same first name as me. If the source, personally, he's saying what we want to hear, and I'm going to just add a little more to this. The Xterra needs to come back. It needs to come back. It would fill the market for so many people. Not only just as an off-roader, but just as an SUV. It would fill the market for so many people. So from one Vinay to another, if you see this video, man, bring it back. But seriously, they talk about it wanting to come back, and they want it to be something successful. They want it to have at least what it sounds like, essence of the old Xterra, be capable, be rugged. They talk about it here. An EV might not be the most probable or ideal replacement for that type of vehicle. This is something here that, they talk about it here. Vinay says this is a personal endeavor, and they talk about it here as well. While these other OEMs, they've gone into that space, they've gone into that space and it's worked. Like I said, the Xterra's left at the wrong time. And look at the Bronco Sport. Killing it. Absolutely killing it. Recall after recall. But they sell so many. I see so many. And it's a cool vehicle. The Xterra needs to come back. We're seeing it more and more. Smaller vehicles, more affordable vehicles. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, big SUVs and big trucks are not selling. They are. And they're getting more and more popular every year. But we're also seeing people that want enthusiast vehicles. We're seeing people that want these kind of more niche vehicles. And when the Xterra was around, when it left, it was old. It was aged. But it was really good. And it was selling decently well. It was. It really, really was. Now, look, they don't talk about too much, what it's going to cost, what the power numbers will be, and things like that. If we really read through this, there's not a lot of there's not a lot of substance and stuff. But what they say is that they show interest, right? Now, like I said, we've been talking about this for a while. So, what's the difference of this being talked about now versus back then? Well, here's the thing back then. We know Nissan's previous CEO, and we know what their strategy was, which was to essentially make kind of crappy cars for fleet sales. We know that Nissan's going through a shakeup. They have a new CEO. They have new leaders. We know the new CEO, he drives a Z. The new CEO is into enthusiast cars. So, he's talked about getting back into that market. And look, who's to say if this is financially viable and things for Nissan, but the only thing we can really go off, because there's really not much here. This is just more of a kind of a, I don't want to say it's like a PR piece, but this is just more of like a hypothetical what if. But we have people like Nissan's new CEO and Nissan's, head of head of product planning here in the United States interested in that. And when you want a vehicle to come into a concept and an inception and be sold as an actual vehicle, those are the type of people that you want to have interest in it. And before, with Nissan's management, we didn't have interest in it. In fact, Nissan's management before didn't even have any interest in Nissan at all. So, is there a lot of substance here? No, there isn't. But this provides us curiosity, and it provides us a possible glimmer of hope that maybe with this new leadership, this idea might come to fruition. This might be the group of guys and the group of people that can make this happen. Because like I said, it's almost personal. So, is there anything concrete out of this? No. It's nothing concrete for the brain, but concrete for the heart. And that's all we can hope, is that maybe this time these talks go a little bit further than what they did before. That's all we can hope. Let me know what you guys and girls think down below. Do you think it's going to come back as an EV or gas? Do you think this is just hot air? Do you think this is just more, words floating around from Nissan executives to make us feel good and make it sound good and make things seem promising? Let me know what you guys and girls think down below. If an Xterra even came out, would you even be interested in it? Let me know what you think down below. It's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone.